Senator Manny, that there are a couple of boxers in mind for your next fight. So who are they? Have you studied them so far, and how is your assessment amongst these fighters?
There's a lot of possible opponents. Mikey Garcia, either Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence, or Crawford, and also there's boxers from Canada and Mexico that want to fight with me.
But if there's maybe one or two fighters that is on your top two list, who would it be?
That's Errol Spence and Garcia.
Mikey Garcia. How so?
Don't let Manny fool you. He's a very intelligent man. You know, for those who think when he be acting all modest and, you know, his broken English a little bit, he knows what he's doing. I don't think he's going to fight Errol Spence. I think that he'll likely fight this man. I would be shocked if he fights Errol Spence. Now, I'm not saying. Now, I understand how it gets. This is the time when Manny Pacquiao hardcore supporters only follow Manny Pacquiao. They're going to come out, you know, of the woodwork, and they're going to see me, a black man, and automatically they're going to assume that I'm going to just say, oh, Terrence Crawford beats him. Oh, yeah, I know. I've been doing it for years now. I know how it works. The point I'm trying to say is I don't think that he's going to fight Errol Spence. I think that Mikey Garcia is a much more logical option. But right now, I still don't know what's going on with him and PBC. Was it just a two-fight deal for fights, or is Al Heyman still his advisor, and how does that affect a possible fight with Mikey Garcia, which would likely have to take place on DAZN here in the States? Do I think that Manny Pacquiao can beat Mikey Garcia? Yes. Do I think that Manny Pacquiao can beat Errol Spence? That's the thing. We don't know. Errol Spence had that car accident. We don't know what's holding up his return. We're seeing him at events. He's looking fine. There's just some things behind the scenes we don't know about. It's all speculation right now. Right now, I consider Errol Spence the #1 welterweight, even over Terrence Crawford because of resume at 147 pounds. Even though I feel being undisputed for Terrence Crawford, that's big shit still at 147 because Errol Spence has options to fight the better fighters because of him being with PBC. And it makes more sense from a business standpoint from the fight all the guys on their side before they fight anybody on the outside of their stable. I get all that. Do I agree with it? No. When it comes to Manny Pacquiao, you know, he is aging. But he's shown us now that that shit is, you know, it don't mean nothing. He's 41 years old, but he can still compete with the top 5 147 pounders. I'm not saying he can't beat Errol Spence. I'm not saying that at all. I think he'll lose, especially the fact that Errol Spence is left-handed as well, which would take away the southpaw advantage. Manny Pacquiao has a very high ring IQ, but we're just talking about it logically. You know, he would go into that fight possibly as an underdog. Maybe before he would have won as an underdog. I don't really know too much about now, you know, especially with the Errol Spence injury. Alex Putin has failed the drug test, by the way. I got to update my 147-pound rankings. I'm already down to 168 on the website. And remember, I got to type all of this stuff, do name checks and all that. And I got to go through all the different rankings for all the sanctioned bodies, making sure it's up to date. So I have been updating. So Mikey Garcia here. In fact, let's go recap real quick right here. TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please like the video and subscribe. This is courtesy of Matchroom Boxing.
Jessie.
Try the interview with you on Pacquiao, then Errol Spence.
I think I can have great options. I think, you know, I'm ready to get back in with the best. I would love to get an opportunity to fight Manny Pacquiao, match against Errol Spence. I think it would be a tremendous fight. I'm a little bit better now at this weight class.
So do you want to stay at 147?
I think that's a great option for me. I think I want to continue campaigning at 147, search a title at 5th division.
Yeah, Pete how Hearn made him talk about it. This was Mikey Garcia's win over, for those who don't know, Jessie Vargas a couple of weeks ago on the DAZN. Actually, this last weekend on the DAZN, February the 29th. Let's go back to Manny.
What do you think now is your assessment, at least for Errol Spence? I know you were supposed to watch that last fight with Sean Porter also.
Sean Porter,
yeah, Sean Porter. But what is your assessment just in case if you fight Errol Spence?
My assessment is Spence is boxer, and like a kind of boxer that can move, slugger. If we are going to fight, I need more focus and strategy, speed, hand speed, and footwork also.
If it's Mikey Garcia, Senator, what is it that you see in him?
That's a different style compared to Errol Spence. Mikey Garcia is brawler. He's aggressive. So that's different techniques also that we need to practice and apply on that fight.
I understand now, Senator Manny, that it's all basketball, no mid training, no bag training yet, all basketball. But are you planning, or is there a possible timeline on when you're going to fight again?
My plan to fight again, get back in the ring this coming July, second week or third week of July.
So that's just going to be a couple of months away. So I understand also a training camp should start soon. Is that in mind for you?
Should start April, at least April, May, June. That's,
all right. So shifting now.
We have enough time.
Well, when you have.
So the question is, here in the States, is it going to be on the DAZN, which is $20 a month or $100 a year over in Saudi Arabia? That's what it looks like, is being offered from the Mikey Garcia, Eddie Hearn side, or will it be somewhere like Las Vegas against Errol Spence? And I think that, in my opinion, even though I don't think it'll be Errol Spence, I think that Manny Pacquiao would, have better incentive to take a Errol Spence fight, maybe because they may think Errol Spence may not be the same anymore from the car accident. Therefore, somewhat, they may think they may have somewhat of an advantage. But right now, Manny Pacquiao has options. It's hard for me to say that he won't fight Errol Spence, even though I said at the beginning of the video, I just don't think that he will. But, when it came to the Keith Thurman, many people didn't think he would have took that fight, but Keith Thurman has had some issues in his past, and Manny Pacquiao was able to beat a better man. Could he beat Errol Spence? Errol Spence, my bad. Errol Spence. Anyway, he don't really talk too much about anything else in this interview he did with what is this? ANC HD News. I guess it's a Filipino news channel. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.
As far as your facial injuries, your teeth, everything.
I really was just sore. Like my whole body was just sore. It was just I guess a miracle from God. And He really protected me during the accident, because anybody else would probably been killed. So it was just a blessing from God that I was able to make it safe, and I was able to return back to boxing this year.